How to do basic car maintenance. The days are far gone when owning a car was a matter of pride reserved exclusively for the wealthy and was considered to be a status symbol. These days, acquiring one and becoming proficient behind the wheel are both rather simple endeavors. Sadly, even while most people enjoy the ride and the way it feels, the vast majority dread having to maintain it and avoids doing so whenever possible. They avoid getting their hands filthy and instead opt for the convenient route of handing the problem off to a mechanic. Despite this, there are a few fundamentals of car maintenance that every driver of a motor vehicle needs to be familiar with. Let's look at a couple of them. Although the vast majority of us have a habit of skipping the automobile manual, you must read it thoroughly and, if at all possible, as frequently as you can. This is because it provides a wealth of knowledge regarding some of the fundamental upkeep tasks that are required to be performed on your vehicle. It even includes instructions on how to carry it out. Do thorough and routine inspections on your car. Very few steps are required to complete each item on the vehicle's maintenance checklist. The owner's manual provides a wealth of information and detailed directions on how to check your car for any potential issues. You should try to complete this task on your own, if at all possible. You will have the ability to recognize problems with relative ease. If you mail it, a trained expert will review it and let you know if there are any errors. This action will not only make you more knowledgeable about your vehicle, but it will also give you increased control over it. Get familiar with the various warning lights and indicators for cars. The most advantageous feature of modern automobiles is that they come outfitted with highly developed sensors and warning systems that sound an alarm if they detect that something is wrong. As a result, it is essential to have an understanding of what they signify as well as the significance of the various colors of light. When you turn the key in the ignition to the on position but do not start the engine, you will typically observe that all of the lights temporarily come on. This process is referred to as the bulb check. If there is a specific light that is not turning on, you need to check the meaning of that term in the handbook and then do the appropriate actions. Maintain frequent inspections of your tires. Your vehicle's well-being and overall performance are directly influenced by the condition of its tires. You are responsible for ensuring that it has the appropriate amount of air pressure, that the treads are not too worn, and for all other aspects of tire care. CAT Tires will always include the maintenance guide with the purchase of a new set of tires. While you're doing it, you should also check that the spare tire and all the tools that go with it are in good condition and are stored in the appropriate locations within the vehicle. It is usually a good idea to receive some sort of training to learn how to change tires correctly. This is the single most critical skill that you can learn regarding the upkeep of automobiles. Examine the levels of all of the fluids. Your vehicle has several fluids, all of which work together to make it as effective and efficient as possible. The most important component of this is the engine oil, which lessens the amount of friction that occurs within the engine and protects it from excessive wear and tear. You are responsible for keeping it up to date and cleaning its filters regularly. Other fluids besides the gearbox oil, clutch fluid, and differential fluid that need to be checked include the radiator coolant, the power steering fluid, the brake fluid, the windscreen washer fluid, and the differential fluid. The owner's manual for the vehicle will instruct you on how to check and maintain them at the appropriate levels. Make sure the air filter in the engine is clean. The internal combustion engine of the vehicle needs both air and fuel to function properly. The presence of an air filter in the engine serves to keep debris, pollutants, and other potentially damaging substances from entering the engine, hence preventing harm to the vehicle. They need to be changed at regular intervals and subjected to visual inspections to check for the accumulation of dirt. Always utilize the appropriate fuel. Each type of vehicle has a different minimum suggested octane level. When you are refueling the vehicle, you must make sure that this procedure is performed to the letter at all times. Any departure in either direction will have a negative influence on the performance of your vehicle and may cause problems. Make sure the battery is okay. The connection to the battery has to be inspected to ensure that it is clean, secure, and free of corrosion. Baking soda and water can be mixed to form a paste that can be used to remove the corrosion from it. It is recommended that you learn how to start a car because it is a useful skill. Nevertheless, you should not forget to wear eye protection at all times. Inspect the exhaust system. If the exhaust system of your vehicle is generating noise, you should have it inspected as soon as possible for any leaks, damage, or supports that may have snapped. You may check it out by crawling underneath your vehicle. If you are doubtful, you should consult a mechanic and find out how he examines it. Inspect the wipers. When wiper blades reach the end of their useful life, they start to leave streaks, which can make driving in wet weather hazardous for you and your passengers. They are simple enough to be changed out. Acquire fundamental skills. Any person who drives a car should make an effort to learn some fundamental skills, such as how to change the oil, how to change a flat tire, how to change the spark plugs, how to change the car battery, how to remove scratches from paint, how to replace wipers, headlights, taillights, air filters, and brake pads. These are all abilities that might come in very handy in an unexpected situation, and they also help you maintain your vehicle more effectively. Wrapping up. Acquiring all of the aforementioned abilities and rules, along with having your vehicle serviced on a consistent and periodic basis by a trained professional mechanic and service stations that are comparable to those provided by CAT, will ensure that the vehicle maintains both its performance and its durability. The value of getting regular oil changes. The majority of contemporary automobiles do not require an oil and filter change every 3,000 miles like they did in the past because we are moving further away from the days of conventional motor oils. The technique in which we do this service has evolved as a result of the introduction of high-efficiency engines and high-quality oils. When it comes to certain automobiles, the recommended interval between oil changes is between 7,000 and 10,000 miles. The conventional wisdom may no longer be applicable because improvements have been made in recent years to the performance of both vehicles' engines and their lubricants. Changing the oil in your car regularly is one of the easiest things you can do to keep it in good running condition. The moving elements of your engine are susceptible to severe harm if you do not use clean oil to effectively lubricate them. Failing to perform regular oil changes can result in the invalidation of your warranty and potentially the destruction of the engine. If something like that happens, the cost of fixing the issue might easily reach several $1,000s. When you need to replace the oil in your car depends on the kind of oil you use and how often you use it. If your vehicle utilizes traditional engine oil, the filter should probably be replaced every 3,000 miles or every 3 months, whichever comes first. If your vehicle uses synthetic oil, the manufacturer recommends that you replace the oil every 5,000, 10,000 miles or every 6-12 months. If you are confused as to which kind of motor oil is suggested for your particular car, consult the owner's manual or get in touch with the dealership where you purchased it. This is the end of today's video. Do you find it helpful? Must give your response in our comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.